people this Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Boogie project titled Everything's for Sale. That's actually my mantra for a long time. Everything's for sale. You can speak by
always.
anything. Yeah, except for the chicks. But anyway, so yo, Aftermath, is he signed to Shady?
I believe so.
Signed to Shady. I found the feature with Eminem. I was wondered about it when it first came out. Like, dang, got Eminem on the track. But then when I found out he was signed to Eminem, it all makes sense that it would be there. So I was looking at it. I knew nothing about this project.
Okay. You never heard of Boogie before?
Never.
Okay.
Didn't know anything about him. I saw the album art. Didn't know what the heck was going on in the album art. Got the album. Was not expecting what I heard.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to hear singing. I wasn't expecting to hear. I was expecting to hear an authentic LA sound just from the album art. But yo, I really like Dude's story. I saw everyone talking about the album, which made me a little nervous as far as what to expect because sometimes the whole Blueface dude coming out and all this stuff. I want to know who's a playing out here.
Wow.
Who's out here who's a playing. But Boogie, I enjoyed the rapping. I enjoyed some of the singing. The features is what pulled me in. Pause. It's because I'm a big Snow Allegra fan. I like her. You already know I like Six Lack. Not the biggest Eminem fan. I like Jid. And the background vocals on this album is what got me.
Okay.
I haven't looked at the credits to see who exactly it was on some of the tracks, but some of the oohs and the ahs, and some of it just had like a 90s feel to some of the R&B on the album. Now, the part about the album that I'm going to kind of talk down towards is actually Boogie's voice when it comes to some of the crooning, because now, I will say the first, what was it? Let's see, Skydive. Dope. I loved it. Skydive 2, thank God Black came on that song. Because the beginning part, I was like, oh man, I kind of got drowned out by that. The rapping was pretty cool. The story was pretty cool. You could tell he's a younger dude. The skits with the girlfriend, when she was saying, the part where she said, this is my car, I think every dude's probably been there at some point.
No, I always have my own car player.
I did. I have my own car too, but I'm saying a female putting on a song that they wanted to talk about the guy they were with or whatever. I think every guy's dealt with that at some point. So that was kind of hilarious though. Yeah, the most telling track on the album was the to me anyway, was the Whose Fault? Okay. Was when he was going back and forth, rapping from two perspectives of the girlfriend and himself. Yeah. And I thought that one was pretty dope. He got real personable on it. 39 minutes worth of music. I thought it was okay for his debut album. What do you think, bro?
Well, first of all, first thing I got to say, man, is can we 100% confirm that this is not Young Berg? I mean, can we confirm this? Because it kind of sounds like Young Berg. I ain't gonna lie, got a little lisp. Can we confirm that it's Berg? No, I kid. No. But actually, man, I was actually a little bit familiar with Boogie. I remember one of his mixtapes or something like that from a few years back, Thirst 48. Okay. He did a 2-part series or whatever there.
Did you sing on that one too?
A little bit, but I don't really dabbled in those mixtapes. I had heard about them, just kind of checked them out, and then kind of got put on the back burner for me. So when I saw this album was coming out, so I was coming out on Shady. It was like first major label release or whatever. I was curious because I knew that he was an artist that took his art very seriously, took his craft very seriously. And like looking at the cover art, like it felt like we got a way different album than what that cover art was conveying. Because I thought it was gonna be like gangbanging 101 on this album, right? But that wasn't the case, man. One thing I will say I definitely appreciate, he was very vulnerable throughout the whole album. I mean, you know what I'm saying, just talking through topics of like self-doubt, trying to work through relationships, man, trying to co-parent, you know what I'm saying, just trying to figure out his life in general and what direction he wanted to go with himself. I thought that was very dope. That he was able to kind of showcase and put himself on front display and really dissect who he is as a person or as an MC as well. With that, I didn't expect this album to be so melodic. I'm not going to say that he did a lot of singing because I don't think that his voice lends itself to singing, but he did try to catch melodies and harmonies in there, and he weaved that well enough through a lot of these tracks. Did they blow the budget on the Eminem feature? Because it's like all the rest of these features were like, man, he could have paid them guys too much. And I like Jid. You know what I'm saying? I like Six Lack. I like Black or whatever. You mentioned the girl at the end, the Snow Allegra. I don't know who that is. Okay. I haven't heard any of the stuff. But with that, I was just like, Eminem actually felt a little bit out of place. It almost felt like they had to put that track together.
That one seemed forced to me.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it felt with the flow of the rest of the album. Like that beat was real aggressive where A lot of stuff on here, man, was a lot more laid back as far as the production goes. Actually sounded like he had a lot of live instrumentation playing throughout the production on here, which I actually thought was very nice. Thought that was a very nice touch throughout. That LOL SMH interlude or whatever, that was absolutely dope, man. I thought that he did a great job. And the drums on there, man, like whoever the drummer was, man, he was killing it.
He was getting it.
Yeah, he was letting that ride for me. But with it, this album surprised me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like the way that he kind of reflected back on himself and let you know who he was as an artist, which I always think is a great thing to do.
Always.
He does remind me of a lot of people in this this class of artists. So like him and JID, it made sense for them to be working together because they sound a lot alike. It kind of reminds me of Vic Mensa a little bit. Take that for whatever you want. He sounded like Chance a couple of times on this album, which was, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily a bad thing. Mm-hmm. He sounds like, you know what I'm saying, the upper tier of this current class of rappers that are kind of making their way or making a name for themselves in the rap game. With that all said, man, I rated this album out about a 73.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who else he actually reminded me of? A lot of he reminded me of a little bit toned down version of Saba.
Saba? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see that.
A little bit.
But Saba made a better album.
He did. Much better.
Made a better album. But yeah, I gave it a 76.
Okay.
So we were right around the same ballpark. I thought the Eminem feature was not good. I didn't like Eminem.
Even though Eminem's bars were okay. Like the whole the herd with the sheep thing. That was a clever bar or whatever. But he just did not fit into this project. No. It felt like they forced.
It's like it was that could go on another album.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, he was getting personable and a lot of that.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, you know, Eminem, man, he's, you know, one of the goats of the game or whatever, man. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of getting that feature on your first album, whatever. That was supposed to be a big stamp or whatever. Yeah, I get it, but
being they signed to Shady, I think it was it was unneeded. Yeah, you know what I mean, you could have put on it like a mixtape or something. They could have did something.
You can't disrespect the legend like that.
So, you can't.
You know, you let him get on the track, but maybe, man, just sit this one out, man. Maybe y'all work on something else later, or maybe you feature him on one of your albums. How about that?
That would be better. Yeah, that would be much better.
Introduce us over there.
Absolutely, he should have been on the Eminem's album that came out.
The Kamikaze, he might have been. We might have just forgotten, but who knows?
I saw Boogie. I was like, who's this guy? Like one of the homies that kept.
You thought it was Boogie Cousins?
Yeah, exactly. But yo, Boogie fans, let us know. Was I too high, too low? Was Kev too high, too low? Get in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. If you give it 100, you're absolutely right. I just want to know why. Yeah. And let us know. But yo, I'm Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Gangs Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace.